Welcome to Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. My name is Doug, and today I have a special treat for you. Today we're going to make an autumnal fudge, so stay tuned.
'Twas a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams. For the story that you're about to be told began with the holiday worlds of old. Now you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begun.
Okay, so welcome back. So you might be saying, well, what do we need to make our delicious autumnal fudge? Well, this fudge is it's sort of like going to taste a little bit like a Butterfinger, all right? So if you like Butterfingers, this is just for you. First of all, you're going to need some pumpkin molds. You can purchase this off of Amazon. I actually saw some of these. They were orange color at Hobby Lobby. So these are those silicone molds. This is just to give it that shape of a pumpkin. All right, so you definitely need one of those. It's going to add to the presentation. It's going to look so pretty. Then this is a half cup of white chocolate chips. Now, how many of these pumpkins is this going to make? We're only going to do probably about 2 pumpkins, one for me, one for Yvonne. So of course, if you wanted to make all 6, then you would have to increase the size of this, of these ingredients. So we're doing 2. This is going to be for 2 pumpkins. So half cup of white chocolate chips. We are going to use approximately 3 to 4 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk. I am going to use some candy corn. I just love candy corn. This is probably about a tablespoon of candy corn. We are going to use 1 small little Butterfinger bar. Now, you can buy a package of these for those trick-or-treaters out there. Just take one out to make your fudge. And we're going to be crushing this in this mortar and pestle along with these frosted flakes, these corn flakes. Now, I'm using Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. This is the pumpkin spice. This is seasonal, so this is only out around this time of year. This just adds to the flavor. You can use regular corn flakes if you wanted to, but I love using this because I think it just adds that extra flavor that I'm looking for. Now, these are pretty large corn flakes, or flakes, I should say. So we're going to put it in the mortar and pestle and just crush it a little bit. We don't want it powdery. We just want to make it smaller little pieces. All right. You're also going to need a bain-marie. A bain-marie is basically a water bath. You put some water at the bottom there, and this is to melt our chocolate and our candy corn and our Butterfinger. It's going to be all mixed together in there, and along with our sweetened condensed milk. So first, in my bain-marie, I'm going to add some water. We just want to make sure it's about, just about hitting the little pot that the chocolate is going to melt in. So I'm just going to add just a little bit more. All right, and we're going to heat that up. Now we do want this on a low flame because we want to melt our chocolate slowly. We do not want to melt our chocolate quickly because it might burn. So we're going to heat that up. I'm going to add our white chocolate chips. Let me lower that some more. It's a little too high. I'm going to get all my things out that I need. Now over here, I'm going to get my Butterfinger, and I'm going to add it to my mortar and pestle. And I'm just going to break it up some. It's okay if this is a little bit powdery. We just don't want our cornflakes to be too powdery. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to melt this first, and then we're going to add our extra things to it. So when we're melting this white chocolate, just do it slowly over a low heat and keep stirring. Okay, so you can see our white chocolate chips are melting nicely. I'm going to add in my candy corn. I'm going to melt that into there. I'm going to add my Butterfinger. You can see the color it's already making. It's making that orangey color that we want. I'm going to keep this over here on the bain-marie. Just make sure you don't burn it. That's why the flame needs to be low. Now, if you want, you can add a couple of drops of food coloring. This is orange yellow, just to give it a little bit more of that orangey color. It's up to you. You don't have to. As you can see, it's making it a little bit more orangey looking. Keep stirring. Okay, so I just turned off the flame. So I just turned off the flame, and I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk, approximately. And you'll look at the consistency and you'll see if you need to do a 4th one, but I think 3 will suffice. Okay, put that over there. We're going to stir that together now. And I'm going to take it off the flame. You can see how it's getting. And I'm going to add it to this bowl here. Our frosted flakes. I'm going to smash those up just a little bit. Like I said, we don't want it powdery. We just want to make those flakes a little bit smaller. I'm going to add it there. And then we're just going to mix all that together. And it's going to be kind of lumpy. And sticky. All right, now what we do is we take some and we're just going to roll it on our hands and we're going to place them in this mold. And I'm just going to smash it down. And if you want, you could put like a candy corn in there as a little surprise. What I like to do is I like to add just a little of the flakes. And these are not crushed. And then we're going to add some more to add on top, so it's kind of like buried in there. So it's almost like a little surprise. That's why the candy corn would be really cool to add in there. And I think I'll do 1 candy corn in there. So I'm going to do my second one. Just going to put that there. And I'm going to do a candy corn in there, a couple of them. Maybe a few flakes too. Why not? Get the rest and put that on top. And push down because you want that form of the pumpkin. And what we're going to do, we're going to put this in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so they're turning out so cute. So I have one right here. And basically all you do is you just pop them out of the mold. Look at that. It looks just like a pumpkin. And we're going to place that there. I'm using pretzel rods right here. These are Snyder's. And you just want to, kind of like when you break it apart, leave a little spike so you can kind of twist it in there. And it looks like a pumpkin. They look so cute. And I just love how they look. Our little pumpkin fudges. So cute. Thank you so much for joining us today on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. Remember, if you want that homey vibe or spooky vibe or autumn vibe, then you need to subscribe and please give this video a like. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living. Bye-bye.